Hi dear students, welcome back to another video. In the last video, we had discussed the first 8 auxiliaries in English: am, is, are, whose, were, has, have, had. In this video, we will discuss the remaining auxiliaries up to the 17th auxiliary. 18th, 19th and 20th are do, does, did. We will do it in a later separate video. We will discuss the model auxiliaries in this lesson. Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might and must are auxiliaries we are going to do. These are model auxiliaries in English. Will is an auxiliary that will agree with V1 verb only. That means present form of the verb. That means that എന്നാണ് നമുക്ക് അർത്ഥം കിട്ടുക. അവൻ വരും, അവൻ പോകും, അവൻ കളിക്കും എന്നുള്ള ഫ്യൂച്ചർ മീനിങ്ങിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ഇത് നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത്. We will discuss the future tense in the coming videos. These will agree with all subjects. That means whether it is singular or plural, there is no problem using will along with all the subjects. Varum, pogum, kalikum എന്നുള്ള മീനിങ് ആണ് നമുക്ക് ഇതിലൂടെ കിട്ടുന്നത്. I will dash go to Calicut. I will dash win the match. You will play tennis. She will dash drive the car. He will dash write a letter. It will dash sing. We have given only the, in bracket you can see V1 form. How this V1 form will be used along with will. Surely that you know no change is possible, no change is needed there. We have to do that. I will go to Calicut. Surely I will go to Calicut. ഞാൻ കാലിക്കറ്റിലേക്ക് പോകും. Then second one is we will win the match. We will win the match. ഞങ്ങൾ മത്സരം വിജയിക്കും. You will play tennis. നീ ടെന്നീസ് കളിക്കും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ ടെന്നീസ് കളിക്കും. She will drive the car. അവൾ കാർ ഓടിക്കും. He will write a letter. അവൻ ഒരു കത്ത് എഴുതും. It will sing. അത് പാടും. Then you can make negative sentences as well. You can make questions as well. If we change this into the first sentence into negative, you can use how. I will go to Calicut. I will not go to Calicut. The short form of will is won't. So I won't go to Calicut. We will win the match. We won't win the match. ഞങ്ങൾ മത്സരം വിജയിക്കില്ല. Likewise, then you can ask, you can make questions as well. How to make questions? To make questions, you have to bring the will to the subject position. I will go to Calicut. Will you go to Calicut? നീ കാലിക്കറ്റിലേക്ക് പോകുമോ? We will win the match. Will you win the match? You will play tennis. Will you play tennis? She will drive the car. Will she drive the car? അവൾ കാർ ഓടിക്കുമോ? He will write a letter. Will he write a letter? അവൻ ഒരു കത്ത് എഴുതുമോ? To make a question, bring the auxiliary to the subject position in English sentences. The next auxiliary is would plus V1. Would also agree only with V1 verb. That means present form of the verb. That means in Malayalam ഉമായിരുന്നു, ഞാൻ വരുമായിരുന്നു, ഞാൻ കളിക്കുമായിരുന്നു, ഞാൻ പോകുമായിരുന്നു. Likewise, and would agrees with all of the subject, whether it is singular or plural. No problem, we can use would with along with any subject. Okay, then I would dash come to your home. I would come to your home. ഞാൻ നിന്റെ വീട്ടിലേക്ക് വരുമായിരുന്നു, but I couldn't. Okay, and also these auxiliaries are used to ask permission and request, etc. We will discuss it later. These auxiliaries will, would, etc. have other usages as well. We only here consider these auxiliaries as only auxiliaries. And we would win the match. We would win the match. ഞങ്ങൾ മത്സരം വിജയിക്കുമായിരുന്നു. You would get the gift. നിനക്ക് സമ്മാനം കിട്ടുമായിരുന്നു. Then pause the video, practice these sentences. How will be the answer? Surely we have to use go. That means we have to use V1 form of the verb. Surely I would go for the function. He would come. They would play cricket. He would attend the marriage. She would drive. Then we are moving on to next auxiliary, that is shall plus V1. Shall is same as will. എന്നുള്ള അതേ അർത്ഥം തന്നെയാണ്, but shall has limited usage. In British English, that is always used, constantly used along with I and we. But in American English, that is uncommon, that is not used. Will is enough for Americans, so they don't use shall. Okay. Shall does not agree with all subjects. It only agree with I and we. We have to use shall along with I and we. I shall, we shall. We cannot say he shall. We cannot say they shall. We cannot say it shall. We cannot say Ramesh shall. But instead we have to use he will, it will, they will. But I shall can be used. We shall can be used. The meaning is same as will. You can see the shall is not used with you, he, she, they, it. Shall is not used in the American English, but commonly used in the British English. Will is enough for the Americans. Shall and will are same in meaning, but shall is not commonly used. Used will instead. Instead of using shall, we can use will along with all subjects. Look at the examples. I shall dash come tomorrow. Surely shall goes with V1 form, so I shall come tomorrow. We shall go next week. Surely we shall go next week. ഞങ്ങൾ അടുത്ത ആഴ്ച പോകും. I shall win the match. ഞാൻ മത്സരം വിജയിക്കും. We shall complete the work next day. ഞങ്ങൾ ഈ ജോലി അടുത്ത ദിവസം പൂർത്തിയാക്കും. I shall crawl there. ഞാൻ അവിടെ ഇഴയും. Likewise, you can use this shall. The next auxiliary is should plus V1. Should means num. എങ്ങനെയാണ് വരണം? Should we always use for suggestion, suggesting something, to suggest someone. Example, should go, should write, etc. പോകണം, വരണം എന്നിങ്ങനെ നം എന്ന് മീനിങ് കിട്ടണമെങ്കിൽ we have to use should. Should agrees with all of the subjects. No singular problem, no plural problem. So we can use it. I, we, you, he, she, they plus shall plus V1. No problem. Then look at the example. You should obey your father. നീ നിന്റെ അച്ഛനെ അനുസരിക്കണം. Should obey, അനുസരിക്കണം. They should agree the conditions. I should participate in the contest. മത്സരത്തിൽ ഞാൻ പങ്കെടുക്കണം. Then he should call me. അവൻ എന്നെ വിളിക്കണം. You should go for the film. നീ സിനിമക്ക് പോവണം. Likewise, you will get the meaning of should. Then can plus V1. You can make a lot of sentences out of these, out of using these auxiliaries. You have to make. Can plus V1. Can means കഴിയും, സാധിക്കും. This can is always used along with the V1 form, and it agrees with all of the subjects, whether it is singular, whether it is plural, no problem. So we can use it I, we, you, he, she, they plus can plus V1, but we have to use can along with the V1 form only. No other form is added with can. Look at here. And it always show an ability, to show an ability of the person. നമുക്കുണ്ടാവുന്ന സ്കില്ല്, കഴിവുകളൊക്കെ കാണിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് can യൂസ് ചെയ്യാറുള്ളത്. Look at the example. He can swim. He can swim. You can dash paint. I can dash play the piano. Sarah can dash speak Italian. How will be the answer? The answer will be he can swim. അവൻ നീന്താൻ കഴിയും. You can paint. You can paint. നിനക്ക് പെയിന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയും, സാധിക്കും. I can play the piano. എനിക്ക് പിയാനോ വായിക്കാൻ കഴിയും. Then Sarah can speak Italian. സാറക്ക് ഇറ്റാലിയൻ ഭാഷ സംസാരിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. Likewise, we can use can along with V1 with all of the subjects. And next one is could, V1. Could plus V1. Could plus V1 സാധിച്ചു അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കഴിഞ്ഞു. And also these could also used to ask permission, ask request. Likewise, could can be used along with all of the subjects such as I, we, they, she, it plus V1 plus could. Then look at the examples. He could swim. അവനെ നീന്താൻ കഴിഞ്ഞു. You could paint her room. I could play the piano. Sarah could visit Italy. How will be the answer? Nothing. Could plus V1, so the same. He could swim. You will be given these kinds of examples in exams. So you have to understand how to use correct form of the verb in along with these auxiliaries. He could swim. അവന് നീന്താൻ കഴിഞ്ഞു, സാധിച്ചു. You could paint her room. I could play the piano. എനിക്ക് പിയാനോ വായിക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞു, സാധിച്ചു. Sarah could visit the Italy. സാറയ്ക്ക് ഇറ്റലി വിസിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിച്ചു. Then may plus V1. May is used along with V1 form only. May means arm. May is always used to show possibility. മഴ പെയ്തേക്കാം, അവൻ വന്നേക്കാം, ഞങ്ങൾ കളിച്ചേക്കാം. So that we will get a meaning that arm. So that shows possibility. സാധ്യത കാണിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് may is always used with all of the subjects, whether it is singular or plural, no problem using may. I, we, you, they, she, it plus may plus V1. We can use in such a way. Then look at the example. I may go to the cinema this evening. I may go. John may come to the party. John may come to the party. അവൻ ഈ പാർട്ടിയിലേക്ക് വരാൻ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്, വന്നേക്കാം. I may ask a question. ഞാനൊരു ചോദ്യം ചോദിക്കാം. Then he may attend the function. How will be the answer? I may go to the cinema this evening. John may come to the party. John വന്നേക്കാം. I may ask a question. ഞാനൊരു ചോദ്യം ചോദിക്കാം. He may attend the function. He may attend the function. അവൻ ആ പരിപാടിയിൽ പങ്കെടുത്തേക്കാം. Then next auxiliary is might plus V1. Might is used as the way, in the same way that we have used may. Also means arm, vannekam, poyekam, mara peydekam. That also shows possibility, and might used with all of the subjects, whether it is singular or plural, no problem for using it. So I, we, you, they, she, it plus might plus V1. Look at the examples. I might go to the cinema this evening. ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് വൈകിട്ട് സിനിമയ്ക്ക് പോയേക്കാം. It is only a possibility. And John might phone this afternoon. ഇന്ന് ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് ശേഷം ജോൺ വിളിച്ചേക്കാം. That also shows possibility. സാധ്യത മാത്രമേ അത് കാണിക്കുന്നുള്ളൂ. I might come to the market. He might answer the question. We need not to make any change in the verb that is in the bracket because that verb is V1. Then next auxiliary, that is, this is the 17th auxiliary, must plus V1. Must also used along with V1. After the auxiliaries that we have discussed today, we have used only V1 form of the verb, that is present form of the verb. We cannot use any other verb along with these auxiliaries. Must is always used to share an obligation. Obligation എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നിർബന്ധിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യം, തീർച്ചയായും ചെയ്യേണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യത്തിനെ സൂചിപ്പിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് മസ്റ്റ് നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. That means തീർച്ചയായും, നിർബന്ധമായും. Used with all of the subjects in English, whether it is singular or plural, no problem. I, we, you, they, she, it plus must plus V1. Look at the example. I must go to his house. How will be? I must go to his house. He must call me this afternoon. We must respect others. He must answer the question. Pause the video, then you make it correct. I must go to his house. ഞാൻ അവൻ്റെ വീട്ടിലേക്ക് തീർച്ചയായും പോവണം. He must call me this afternoon. അവൻ തീർച്ചയായും, നിർബന്ധമായും ഇന്ന് ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് ശേഷം എന്നെ വിളിക്കണം. We must respect others. നമ്മൾ മറ്റുള്ളവരെ നിർബന്ധമായും ബഹുമാനിക്കണം. He must answer the question. അവൻ നിർബന്ധമായും ഉത്തരം പറയണം. Likewise, then look at here. Rajesh must dash clean the window. He must dash watch the film. People must dash obey the traffic rules. How will be the answer? Surely we have to use the verb that is given in bracket V1, take it into the dash position. Rajesh must clean the window. He must watch the film. Then people must obey the traffic rules. You can write a lot of sentences. Along with these sentences, you have to practice and by heart it, and you should have a clear-cut idea about these auxiliaries. So far we discussed 17 auxiliaries. There are remaining 3 auxiliaries. They are very important. We are discussing in this video.